The Niners re-signed Ross freaking Dwelley. This is huge. This is the biggest news. I was down on the Niners offseason. I was like, they haven't really done much. They promoted Adam Peters. They extended River Craycraft. Big freaking whoop, right? Look at the Rams. They have Matthew Stafford. Look at the Cardinals. They have J.J. Watt. Well, now the Niners just went all in. They just say, I see your J.J. Watt, and I raise you a Ross Dwelley. You guys think I'm joking about Ross Dwelley. I've frequently pumped up these backup undrafted guys, and I've had varying success. Ross Dwelley is a major, it is the number one accomplishment on my resume. Discovered Ross Dwelley. That is the truth. That guy is a great football player. George Kittle knows deep down that Ross Dwelley is 9 times the quarterback, the football player that he is. Ross Dwelley is just amazing. Let me tell you some Ross Dwelley facts, because people don't know what a big deal it is that the Niners have Ross Dwelley again. Okay, so first of all, he just turned 26, young, okay? Been in the league 3 years. Guess how many passes he's dropped in his career? Can anyone guess? Anyone guess how many passes Ross Dwelley has dropped in his career? Ross Dwelley facts. Anyone know? 0. Never dropped a pass in his freaking career. And he hasn't had a ton of targets. He's had 48. Never dropped a pass. That's decent. And here's the thing about him. Last year, 24 targets, 19 catches, 123.1 quarterback rating when targeted. That's pretty good. He's had 3 touchdowns in his career. He really doesn't get the targets he should. If Kyle Juszczyk leaves this offseason, I could see Ross Dwelley getting, instead of 25 targets a season, 45, 50. He deserves it. I've been telling you about Ross Dwelley for years. Ever since I saw him in training camp. You can see it in the one-on-one drills when he goes up against guys like Jaquiski Tartt, Jimmy Ward, starting safeties in the league. Dwelley was beating them years ago. Why? He's just a good receiver. He's not fast, but he's really tall. And he has finesse and deception in his route running. He just has the head fakes, the shoulder fakes. He can cut outside of his frame. He gets open. Gets open enough. He gets to the top of his route. He's got a little bit of shake and boom, makes a break, open. And then he has these long arms and fantastic hand-eye coordination. The thing about Ross Dwelley that kills me is that in college, he was a way better college tight end than George Kittle. George Kittle was a blocking tight end in college. George Kittle caught like 40 passes in college. Ross Dwelley was the number 1 receiver at San Diego. Their passing attack went through him. So he's used to double coverage, bracketed coverages, making contested catches, all that stuff. He's used to an offense working through him. It's weird for him to be someone who gets 1 target a game, if that, a target and a half. So he's actually a natural receiver. That's why he gets open. That's why he catches the ball so cleanly. He has upside. If the Niners had signed Tom Brady last year, I firmly believe he would have loved Ross Dwelley the way he loves Cameron Brate in Tampa. He throws to Gronkowski a ton, also throws to Cameron Brate. They're very similar players. If Brady had come to the Niners, Dwelley would have had his breakout last year. Depending on who the Niners quarterback is moving forward, hopefully it's not Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't appreciate Ross Dwelley. Jimmy doesn't appreciate Ross like we do. So see you, Jimmy. It's time for someone else to get Ross the ball. Ross the boss. Who knows? Maybe Kellen Mond is going to love Ross. In fact, I think he will. So this is a big move for the Niners. This guy seriously has a lot of upside, never dropped a pass, always open. The kind of guy, you know what he could do? He could replace Kendrick Bourne's role in a lot of ways. Kendrick Bourne was that third receiver on third down in the red zone who wasn't going to run deep, but maybe he'd catch a 15-yard pass over the middle. Maybe he'd catch a pass in the end zone. He was the contested catch guy. Well, now it's Ross Dwelley. If Bourne doesn't come back, now it's Ross Dwelley. Now Dwelley, the people who get targets in the end zone should be Dwelley and Ayuk. You notice the Niners almost never target George Kittle in the end zone. They almost never target Deebo Samuel in the end zone. There's a reason for that. Those guys are better with the ball in their hands. They're better after the catch than they are before it. Kittle's not a great contested catch guy. Neither's Deebo. Dwelley is. So this is serious. It's a nice move. I'm glad they brought him back. Now they just got to get him the ball. Get him the ball. Stop playing Trent Taylor. If they re-signed him, I would have been. But they didn't.